All right, FBAU. Today we have a buddy I actually grew up with all the way back up in a suburb of Seattle, Washington, Luke Weschelberger, who, he's been in the Amazon FBA game for what, 5 years now?
Yeah, started in May 2017, surfing YouTube after actually breaking my legs skateboarding. And I'm laying in bed like, hey, I have a 9 to 5 job. What can I do to make money from home kind of thing? I like being self-sufficient. And I think with the internet, anyone has the capability to build the passive income that they want for themselves. I stumbled across Amazon FBA after seeing other business models, but other business models weren't as scalable as what I figured Amazon FBA was, where you could just rinse and repeat the process of building new products and launching them. And after you learn those principles, you can just do it over and over again. If I started my YouTube channel back then, documenting my journey, like Gary Vee always says,
Yeah.
document the journey. It doesn't matter if you're a pro or anything.
100%.
I filmed the first videos sitting there with a broken leg. And, I think anyone can do it as long as they have a computer and some Wi-Fi.
So that is, there's usually a breaking point or a fall down before a big opportunity. So how did you even come across Amazon FBA?
But I actually just saw an ad for Ty Lopez's. He was out there on an ad and I just listened to him, and he was talking about social media marketing. But that's one of the business models where you have to go find clients, dentists, there's plastic surgeons, there's all these people that don't know how to use social media. And me as a younger guy, I was like, hey, let's look at their Yelp reviews, create an audit or whatever based on what Ty's course talked about. And that was the first course I ever bought. Normally I went to school to get an education, but I learned YouTube. You could do it for a lot cheaper and a lot faster. So did that course, but it wasn't scalable. I'd have to go to different businesses. I actually got hooked up though. I helped a haircut lady built an Instagram that I helped her get over 7,000 followers, and she gives me free haircuts to this day, 4 years later. And they're like $60 a pop, these haircuts. So you never know what relationships you build. I just found Amazon through other entrepreneurial related YouTube videos. And, it was from Tanner J. Fox. This guy's kind of like, he doesn't really make videos anymore. Maybe you guys remember him, but super cheap course. It was expensive. It was like $500, but the videos were all things that I had already seen on YouTube, and he had like zero real structure to the course. So after I had my YouTube channel and I've learned all these things, I built my own course, which I have over 500 students in there. And we have Facebook group, probably a lot similar to what you guys are doing over there, helping people around the world. And it's a really great feeling to know that you can help change people's lives. I know, Mike, when you first started, you were hitting me up about like
all the time.
Yeah. So we go way back.
Yeah, my man, definitely. And you definitely were, when you're starting out in anything like that, it's how to get yourself out of the analysis paralysis. And usually you just need someone who's done it ahead of you to tell you, okay, this is either completely wrong or that could work. And so it's just that ability to get questions answered and make decisions that can just keep you from doing nothing over 6 months or creating something that changes your life. And so
yeah, I think for a lot of the beginners out there, you guys probably get hit with a lot of the same questions, and that's how it was with me and my students. And I really had to update my course multiple times just to hit these pain points that people kept asking over and over. And a lot of it comes down to product research in the beginning, and they're looking for that grand slam home run product that's just going to be the cash cow that allows them to quit their job and be financially free. But for a lot of the products out there, I like starting with maybe just a test order of 100 to 200 units. A lot of people have different ways of doing things. I like starting small because it keeps me nimble. Let's say my first product order isn't exactly what I expected, and you can spend that time to do the samples and order everything in to make sure it's as good as it can be. I kind of like basing my product off what's already on Amazon that's looking like it's something that already does well based on the numbers I'm seeing with the tools I like to use. And then just simply looking at what's frequently bought together, what's a great bundle. I even talk about like party decoration kits as a super easy niche to get your feet wet in, because they're made out of paper. People use them once and throw them away. And, you get like no refunds with it. And the selling price, I get a kit shipped into Amazon for like $9.80, and it sells for $45 or $50. When I'm running low on stock, I increase the price a bit. And that's like, 25 bucks profit a sale with something I have zero liability with. And, I did it in 1 week. This is after having a failure with a product that was I was making like 1,400 a day in profit, 1,500 a day with this light therapy mask type product. And Amazon deemed it as a professional medical device. So you got to be careful what you get into. It took me 6 months to get it back. And I found like an insider at Amazon that I knew, who was a part of the product approvals team, because I gave all the paperwork to Amazon and they're still like, nah, like whatever. It's a lot of robotic automation responses sometimes from Amazon. So you really have to structure your appeals correctly. But finally got that back. It never sold as well as it used to because I lost some of the ranking there. So there's tons of trials and tribulations, but it's like, get the ball rolling with a simple product test order, even if it's like 50 units, just you might run out of stock fast, but that's a good problem to have. And at least you're going through the process of talking to like a handful of suppliers, 5 to 10 suppliers, seeing who has the best price, the best communication, and then, ordering the product, getting your logo and branding on it, creating that bundle that's going to help you stand out so you're not just doing a price war. I mean, there's so many things out there.
Yeah. And so just going all the way back. So what Luke bases his business model, just as Ryan and I do, on private label. So this is creating your own brand through Amazon, sourcing usually from overseas, and basically building a business under your own brand's name, not necessarily reselling, which is, known as online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, or even there's another business model that's wholesale, which is just being a licensed distributor of big brands. But let's go all the way back to when you created your FBA business through now, in terms of your strategy and such. I know you're big on bundling. I know you crush it with party kit type bundles. And it doesn't have to be one, but in general, are you working to build a brand in terms of products in the same type of niche? Or do you just go more off of a standalone, you see the metrics on Helium 10 and just say, let's go? What a couple pillars of your business do you try to stick to?
Yeah, I mean, since I first started, I did these like super strong magnets.
Yeah.
And again, I got shut down with those, and I have videos on my channel because they're like, oh, these are small enough for a kid to swallow and whatever, even though they were 0.1, like a tenth of an inch bigger than that size. So I just had to prove that to Amazon. And it was call after call. You can actually call seller support, and it sucks a lot of the time, but I said, hey, can I speak with a technician or whatever? This was years ago. And the guy got on the phone and said, oh yeah, that's an easy problem fix. And after hammering Amazon 30 days in a row almost, they got the product back because I got to talk to the right guy. But my philosophy stayed the same. It's like, when you find that one magnet niche, I did a 10-pack. And then I immediately did like, let's do a 2-pack. And like my 10-pack was 20 bucks. I did a 2-pack for 30 bucks. It's like buy one, get one half off. And that's when I realized, holy crap, I can stand out. My main image looks so much better now with this whole bundle idea going on. I even bundled an ebook. I was like, what can I do to get creative and put something on my main image that allows me to stand out. So I just found 50 creative ways to use the magnets. Some people tie them to fishing hooks, throw them in lakes, and they can literally find metal things at the bottom of lakes with these strong magnets. But I had this on my main image, ebook, 50 creative ways to use it. It just stood out. And then I started seeing my sales increase and increase, but the product was only making me like 10, $11 profit per sale. So that's when I wanted to go into more high ticket items.
Mm.
And then I started my beauty brand. But with the magnets, it could be you start with one magnet. They're all cylinder type magnets. Then you can do square magnets. You can build out 50 products in the magnet niche and build a magnet brand, build an Instagram, build a Facebook group, which I've done for my beauty brand. And then I get influencers to be able to recognize my page, and then I launch my products in a way where I go on Instagram and I hit up girls or whatever for this beauty product. I'm like, hey, I'll give this to you for free. Just show it to your audience. They have 40, 50,000 followers. I don't even have to pay them money. They just want my product because it's a $130 product that I get for $40. And then that I get more traction. And then people buy my product through a special link, which allows me to rank to page one extremely quickly. And Amazon's now hitting that on the head a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw that about the two-step URLs, but they're kind of
Yeah, the Helium 10 Gems tool is becoming it's dicey. Nobody really knows exactly what that means, if it's Amazon just trying to get you to stop using them, and it hasn't changed the algorithm, but it's an adaptive market, right?
Right. I mean, luckily I still had one of the links. So even though Helium 10 Gems isn't there, I still risk it a little bit. I don't blow it out of proportion and send that special link to like a ton of people. It's literally like 3 or 4 people. And my girlfriend used that link to launch her product, and she popped to page one with 3 sales of through that link to friends. And she was on page one, 0 reviews, 1 crappy picture, and just her product was $15. She's selling for 40. She just started getting sales and sales. I told her literally do this and this and this. She put like hardly any work into it. But that's one of the things. Like, I love when people want to get like obsessed with it. That's the only way you're really going to do it, unless you literally have someone holding your hand, because there's going to be problems and then you don't want to fix it. You don't want to. So you have to be willing to like go through the problems and then feel accomplished that you solved them in the end. And that's the win-win scenario for yourself and your business. But I mean, yeah, I was able to use that two-step URL that I had created and just repurpose it for other new products. I just like erase the ASIN, which is the Amazon product identifier type thing, and then replace some keywords. So now I can use it with other products, even though the URL generator is no longer active on the tool where we got it from.
Wow. Okay. And so what in terms of how you actually supply, because you're still in the bundle like party kit primarily, or do you sell a lot of different things?
Yeah, and as far as that question goes, like, do I stick to one brand? It was the beauty brand. I did the mask. I did a mask with another like derma roller thing that was really popular, and I did a mask with a neck piece. That's 3 different listings that are all on page one for the same keyword, and now my brand's popping up everywhere. I got it trademarked, build an Amazon storefront for it, and that was my legitimate high ticket level brand that I was selling. And then party kits, I was like, after I got shut down with the mask for a little bit, I was like, I want something that's easy and I don't even have to like do anything. So basically I got these party kits. It took me 1 week. Go on Amazon, type in any niche. There's a million niches: carnival, construction, monster truck, skateboard party, whatever it is. And people will just sell plates on their own, and they'll sell party hats on their own or other accessories. Just combine all those things into one kit and make it a one-stop shop and sell it for like a no-brainer price, instead of everyone buying from 3 listings and paying way more money. That's what I did. And then I started 1 kit, 2 kit, 3 kit, and I'm just building these kits. And I can take that 1 kit that's a big one and I can downsize it so it's still another listing in the same market, but maybe it doesn't have the photo backdrop with it or whatever. And then
Okay.
like you can just go on and on and on and on with that stuff.
And so, question on the sourcing side, when you combine products in any different way, do you ensure whatever you're buying is from the same manufacturer, or do you ever have a logistics combination of goods?
Yeah, good question. A lot of people run into the issue where they find everything they want from one supplier, except like one or two pieces are missing. And in one case, with another product brand that was related to my beauty niche, I had to just contact another supplier. And it was as simple as my main suppliers got the product. I first talked to them. I'm like, can we fit this thing in the packaging somehow? I don't like wasting all this extra money to build a new package mold or a product mold. That stuff costs thousands of dollars in some cases. And it's like, can we just put this thing in the product? People are buying from Amazon. They're not getting it from Nordstrom. They don't expect a golden wrapper when they open the thing. So, I mean, I do try the best to make my packaging great, but it's a give and take there. Like you can go to the point where you're burning all your profit for your product packaging or not. So basically, I'm just able to say, hey, can we fit this little piece in this packaging? They say, yeah, that's going to fit, no problem. Talk to another supplier who sells the little product, because your bundle item often isn't going to overcompensate your bigger product. So it's easy to fit the little extra piece in there. And often ask your supplier that you're buying from for negotiation tips for you guys. Just a lot of times in China, that one supplier will send that bundled item to your main supplier for free. They're like, hey, we'll send it to your supplier if it's inside this district or inside China. We'll send it to them for free. Just buy it from us. And there's all kinds of negotiations. I've been to China personally, and you can barter the heck out of them over there. Like they love it. They
Want to
it's
get
not
the
like,
sale, right?
yeah, they want the sale. I had
Yeah.
a lady, I was really young. I went with Ed Lumberg from Heatherwood.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, our old gym teacher.
Middle school basketball coach. Yeah.
Yeah, he needed an extra player, and there was like a study abroad thing, and I literally went to China in 8th grade, and like a lady threw water on me because I bartered down this jacket from like $180 to like 30 or something. Just take it. Just
Yeah.
take it. And she threw a bunch of water on me and stuff. So you never know. You got to hustle, man. This is
Yeah.
ride or die out.
You got to think outside the box, man. You got to think outside the box with this stuff.
That's
Yeah.
a great point, though, in terms of just in general for supplier negotiation. A lot of people are very hesitant when they're starting out to press on a supplier for a cheaper price. And you have to realize a lot of times that, yeah, you and I and, Ryan and Luke, we don't have set price minimums. We're basically running it as individuals. We're kind of, for lack of better words, just running it at the whim, right? With strategic decisions. But most of these suppliers have a certain price minimum they can go to. And if you don't press them, you're just leaving money on the table. So they expect you to kind of push back. They expect a negotiation. So if you don't, I mean, they'll like that too. But you have to really press, even if it's uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, I mean, I love negotiating with suppliers. It's something where you just that deal. I've had suppliers say like, "Wow, you're such a good business person," and that's the stuff that they want you to. They want to know that they're selling to a knowledgeable person, and that's why you want to brush up on your terms when you're even speaking to them, like DDP shipping, same as door to door. That's from their warehouse into Amazon's warehouse. And you don't have to do any customs or anything. I just want the easiest, least amount of moving parts possible. So when you're able to name out these terms and you're not asking what's this, what's that, then they're going to take you with a little more respect and not try and rip you off more. There's that. And then that's why you talk to 5 to 10 suppliers. You create one nice message. You guys might have templates in your course or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
And you create those and you send them out to these suppliers, and you can take screenshots of one supplier's quote and say, hey, look, this guy offered it to me for this price. I really like you guys. Like, I want to work with you. Can you come a little bit lower than that and work it out from there? And then when you start throwing those bundle ideas at them, they're like, oh, no one's ever asked us for those. That's a really good idea. That will sell fast. And it's all about you selling yourself to the supplier saying, we're going to be able to sell this thing really fast. Trust me, I've launched products here. We can crush this thing. And even if you're brand new, like you can just muster it up, and whatever you believe yourself to be, you become.
And that's, yeah, you're exactly right. So we do provide a supplier contact template that it represents everyone as like a real business, right? You don't want to just say, hey, I'm Mike. I want what's the price for 40 units, right? You essentially want to have one systemized conversation with 8 people at once, and then you quickly figure out where your results are. And yeah, I've done that a lot lately too, where you just it's like price matching. It's like what Walmart and Amazon do, right? You send another quote to someone. If they do match it, perfect. If not, unless there's something drawing you to them, you just move on, and it just shortens your feedback loop, for if nothing else.
I mean, the first time I ever messaged a supplier, that's when it really hit me. Like, this is super exciting. This is me reaching out, doing something that's totally outside the box in the realm of what's a normal 9 to 5. And I'm actually talking to like a Chinese supplier, getting a product that I can get for way cheaper. You know, everyone looks at Amazon, they're like, oh, every product on Amazon is sold by Amazon and it's high quality and it's from whatever, the US or whatever. It's just like, people don't know any of this stuff. So when you just level yourself up a tiny bit, it's not to say like we're just 100% taking advantage of people, but we're bringing them, it's got to be a win-win 360. Like, you have to be able to bring them a high quality, great product that they love in order to get great reviews, and the feedback that they leave is going to allow you to get more and more sales, and you need to be able to make a profit. So it's taking advantage of a system that's capitalism, not communism. Yay.
Right.
It is capitalism in the purest form, you know, it really is.
Yeah.
We got it. Everyone got into this business at the end of the day to make money, and it becomes, you start to develop this competence of running your own business, a lot of confidence just with making decisions, with being able to manage and realistically tell people what to do. It's a huge skill, but you got to make sure you're making money. So if you have to get over a little bit of shyness or discomfort, that's necessary to get the best price.
Yeah. And I mean, when it comes down to it, it could be as simple as finding a product and talking to these suppliers, and you really can tell yourself you can start this product, whether you see like, hey, it's got good amount of sales, even if the reviews are a little high. When I first made my first iteration of my course, I was like, make sure all the products are under a certain amount of reviews, which is great. But sometimes when there's higher reviews, I got my dad into Amazon. He was really stagnant, and I finally had him take my course. We had a big blizzard here a couple of years ago. He's still making passive income on Amazon, but he got into fitness tracker watches, one of the most competitive things out there. But he launched it, made a kick-ass listing, and just started doing like 16, 20 sales a day. And I have videos with him on my channel too. And it was amazing to get your own dad, who doubted you in the beginning, to get in here and start killing it himself. But you know, if you create that better listing, that better bundle, whatever, you get into these more competitive markets, you do a little launch strategy, you can really pick up your sales really fast. Sometimes if it's too new of a niche, prices are really high, and there's low reviews, that's subject to change. You know, you never know what tactics people are going to use to jump up reviews. Everyone's got the same product, prices start going down. You have to think 5 steps ahead of everyone. So as long as you're doing that with creating some type of a better unique selling proposition, as well as checking on Helium 10's revenue calculator, just the simple profit calculator, to see what Amazon fees are going to be. And you're like, I can get it for this price shipped. it's selling here. My worst case scenario, I can sell it way down here and I'm still breaking even. Well,
Yeah.
you know, if everyone's selling it at 50, you're getting it at 10, you can sell it for like 16 or whatever, 17 to break even. You're like, I can totally sell this and have no worries on a test order. And even if the market crashes, even if I need to sell out of this thing, whatever, I can drop my price and still get out of it and make all my money back. And it was a great learning experience. So just make sure there's enough margin there.
Yeah. And I think what you said on margin that's so key too, is just making sure you have margin. And what you said about being a little bit flexible. I know what can hurt people starting out is if you go through a lot of general education or courses or such, there's set upon filters or rules for markets. And until you really develop like an intuitiveness of this is a good market, you're gonna be victim to those rules. So it's like it can be a more competitive market. The average reviews can be a little higher, or revenue could be a little lower, and it has to have lower reviews. But all you need is that listing to get a little bit of sales velocity and get a little momentum. And at that point, it doesn't matter what market you're in. So if you have a launch strategy, if you're strategic with ads, you're going to win at the end of the day. It's just going to take some front end work. Luke, before we definitely want to talk a little bit about crypto and what you're doing now, but before we move into that, 2022 for your FBA business, anything different you're looking to do? Are you trying to just do more of the same and continue? I know you have a just nice steady flow of passive income, but what's on the docket for this year in FBA?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And I was just talking to you guys before we started here about like this TV show that I was on with my girlfriend.
Yes, sir.
We literally got hit up on Instagram, made it through all these interviews, and ended up being on this show called Temptation Island. It sounds super risky, and it is. And 3 other couples that we were with all broke up on live TV, and just terrible, crazy crap happened to them because I got in the house with 12 single girls and 4 other guys, and we left our girlfriends to be with 12 single guys in another house in Maui. And it was intense. It was insane, but we survived. But it was amazing because I didn't have my phone. They took my phone and put it away for 40 days. No phone. I'd come back and I still made over 10K profit in just not even using my phone for a month. And that was when it really hit me, like the power of Amazon is freaking insane.
You're making, like, just putting that into context, 0 hours, well over a 6-figure salary. I mean, you put in plenty of fucking front end work, but what other business? I mean, there is some out there that you can just set and forget and go be on a reality show. I definitely need to see this, man.
Dude, yeah, it's airing in February next month. So there's going to be promos on TV. It's on the USA Network. This is the 4th season of it, so it's a legit big ass show, which is going to be crazy. But yeah, it was cool to see that my business was working while I didn't do anything. My advertising was all set up. I really am keen on just minimizing my ad spend. I have calls from people all the time that ask me, how do you get your ACoS for a lifetime ACoS of like 11 to 13% of a lifetime ACoS, which is just like really low. So, and it's all about that and just getting your product organized. But as far as 2022 goes, like you mentioned crypto, and I made crypto videos back in 2017 as well. And after this latest bull run hit us within, this last year, and we went from, $9,000 up to 64,000, back down to 30, up to 70, there is massive volatility, which allows for massive opportunity. And I've put so much of my focus in there this last year while letting Amazon just run in the background. I've wanted to create more literally just more party kits because they're the most hands-off, easy thing for me. And I just know the formula down to a T. And you can use that formula with any other product out there as well. Just that bundling idea kind of thing. But yeah, I still think I'm going to launch my goal in 2020. So not 2021. 2021 was straight crypto for me again. And I have recent videos on my channel where I did like 50K in a week, like 2 weeks ago with these new, they're 3x leverage coins. So there's all this terminology that's crazy out there, but you can't get liquidated with these coins. So liquidations where if the price goes to a certain low amount and it hits your liquidation level, you lose all the money in there and it's gone back to the exchange or whatever. But you can't get liquidated with these, and you're buying the normal like blue chip coins like Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, but you're buying the 3x versions of them. And literally we only went up $6,000 with the Bitcoin price, but because I had these different altcoins and things like that, I did have a lot in there. It was like 60K, but it turned into 127K. So it was like over 50K. And it was in a week amount of time, just 1 week. So I've been like learning the hell out of this. And that's what you got to do. You got to focus on Amazon now so you can build money to invest. Because if you ain't got money, if you're trying to put in $500 to something, it'll turn into $1,500. Great, you tripled your money, but wouldn't it be nicer to triple like 50,000 instead of 500? Like, you got to be able to play with money. And like, you got to have cash to play with first. And that's where building an actual business that you have control of is way, way better. Like, do not like,
you can't rely, even if you have a crypto strategy, you can't rely on it as 100% cash flow, because if your strategy dips, then you don't have cash flow. And that's, Ryan and I basically, we talk about this all the time. All profits that don't go back into our business go directly into crypto in one way or another. And so it's using cash to get into, using passive income to generate way more. And you can only confidently go into higher risk, more opportunity trades in crypto, into DeFi, into whatever, if you know you can lose it realistically, right?
Yeah.
And so why don't we, just going back to, you said you got into crypto in 2017, just a quick rundown of how that started. And then basically, because I know you're pretty deep into it, you're not just throwing into Bitcoin and Ethereum at this point. So kind of how you started and then your current focus in it.
Yeah. Just tapping in with the last Amazon question you mentioned, like I'll maybe get a couple more products in maybe in 2022, but the focus is still going to be crypto, whether it's going up or down. I'm making money with longing and shorting assets right now, which is crazy. And there's so many other little ways to make money here. But 2020 my goal was to launch a new product every month. And I have all that documented. I think I launched 9 products out of the 12 months, which was great. And I only have like 5 products running right now. So I'm actually downsizing a lot of my products, selling out of things. Like I had like COVID related products that sold really, really well. And now they've died off. So I'm selling out, just getting rid of them, downsizing, making sure every product in Amazon is meant to be there. I'm all about organization and just having the least moving parts possible kind of thing. So with all that, working on Amazon, maybe launch a couple more, because I don't want my skill to go to waste. All that knowledge about me being able to launch new products and getting things turned around, even if costs are a little higher or whatever for shipping, just do sea shipping or whatever. Just find ways to get it in there. And as long as you're going to be profitable, there's no reason to start it. And then, I did Amazon and crypto in 2017. That's when I first started. Funny story, I got into a lending platform called BitConnect, which is the ultimate Ponzi that I literally made videos
about BitConnect, yeah.
Like I put in 10K. This is when I was just out of college, didn't have a lot of money. And this was like out of money my parents had in an account for me to like put a down payment on a house or something. And it was literally all that. And I was like, boom, 10K all in on BitConnect. And in 2 months, 10K turned into 17K because every day I was getting 1 to 2% payout, daily payouts, which I could have cashed out. You can't touch your principal until 3 months. So my 10K was in there. And the platform had been around for about 6 months. It shut down, everything crashed, everything left. That's when the 2017 bull run completely exploded. And right on that day, BitConnect just went boom, gone. And basically like that. And I was live streaming when this was happening. I don't shy away from whatever's happening. And I didn't even trip out. Like 10K was a lot, but it was the biggest learning experience ever to know that crypto's freaking sketchy, volatile, insanity. And that's what I was able to take into the future with me now. And it's like, when you're in profit, take it. Like, get the profit, put it into USDT, a stable coin. I'm not sending things back to my bank account where I'm going to be taxed on every little transaction I do. I have special ways that I'm using on KuCoin with non-KYC. So like, otherwise, if you're on Robinhood, you have no control of your crypto. Like you can't, I don't even know. Yeah, you can't send it out of Robinhood or whatever. They're developing a wallet now, I guess, for you to be able to do more of that. But I want manual focus on my crypto assets and without being under like a freaking microscope about everything I'm doing kind of thing. So I'm taking profits in stable coins, and then market pulls back a bit, I put in some of that stable coin. If you're all in, you know, you are subject to like, if it, all you want is for it to go up. I'm okay with it going down because now I have cash stores to buy in again at those low points. So now I used to be extremely stressed about like my game plan with crypto is straight day in, day out. I'm still like this. Whether it's I'm in the gym or I'm doing anything, it's like I'm listening to content. I'm just absorbing so much freaking content.
Starting in, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, plugged in, fully obsessed, just like I was with Amazon when I first started. It was nonstop, hobbling to my computer at 6 a.m. with a broken leg, but excited and waking up with that like heartbeat that's like pounding out your chest because you're hyped.
And you're creating your own, right? Like, you know that the skill you're learning can lead to wealth, freedom, you to be able to go on a reality show for a month with no phone, like all of that. You understand it.
Yeah, and it's like I just go into it with a really good positive mindset and stay patient with everything. And that's where you'll learn all that stuff with entrepreneurship, because you're responsible for what your outcome is. And what's Amazon is obstacles, you overcome them. And I have friends that come into crypto. I helped a friend make 20K in like a week as well with the similar stuff. And he didn't even want to take me out to a steak dinner. And I was like, dude, just come on, man. And he's like, I need like $1 million now. I'm not happy unless I have this. And then the market took a dump and then your profit's gone. And it's like, he's like, yeah, I got to do what you do and take profit earlier and stuff. So it's really a mental mind game that you just gotta like have time under the belt to figure this stuff out and start small. With Amazon, my first order was $500. I bought a $500 course and a $500 product order of 100 units of those magnets. And I tested things out. With crypto, I started small and then immediately threw in 10K because I saw that there was money to be made, and then I lost that, and then I learned. So
you can't test if you throw in $200, right? Like it's going to be gone. And
the test worked. Like, it was in the early part of 2017 when everything was starting to go crazy, ballistic, end of 2016, and that 300, $400 I put in there like started climbing, and I was like, holy crap, let's put it all in. So I, that was kind of like a blow off top, which is when you just keep going up. Right now in this bull run, we're having like a rounded top right now, and we're building a nice consolidation. And we're in a big head and shoulders pattern, which what it looks like on the daily charts right now, which is supposed to break down, but that's exactly where we were in the summer, a big head and shoulders on the daily. And these market makers who run the show are wanting people to go short so that they can do the exact opposite. That's why most people fail in crypto. They don't, or stocks or anything. They do what the sheep want to do. And the market makers are doing the exact opposite. And right now we're in a head and shoulders, and it dipped down. We're on the weekly EMA ribbons and stuff. We dipped down. Everyone's like, "Go, we're going short." All my buddies are going short. And it's like, we just shot up another $4,000 today. We're probably going to get retesting, but we've been going straight down since 69K all-time high with no proper bounce yet or anything. So that's going to come before any other big crash. So it's like, I wouldn't be shorting right now, no matter what the charts show. And they're going to try and screw you. It's reverse psychology, and it's a lot of mental focus and strenuous nights and waking up, and it's exciting though. Like,
Yeah,
I don't get bored, man.
I can hear it in your voice, man. So it's and I can just see from your content how deeply into it, and you're not just, you know, you're not just talking about surface level crypto. You're diving into the charts, and you're giving people tangible, whether it's software, whether it's coins, whether it's how to do analysis. So what, in terms of that, are there like fundamentals? Are there software? Is there a certain strategy that you stick to, or how do you find your next move?
Right now, I'm looking for, everyone wants to get rich quick in crypto, but it's kind of possible with certain things like I've already mentioned. But lately I'm looking for, just with it, like I do with Amazon, the least moving parts, the most efficient possible win rate. What's the easiest thing for me to do? And it's trial and error until I find things. And my most recent videos on my channel and how I made all that amount in this small amount of time is on the exchange called KuCoin. They have these 3x leverage coins like Solana, Terra Luna, like all the big names, Cardano, just all the classic blue chip stuff. And you can go for all these degen, code for just degenerate gambling type coins, which I've done, like with meme coins. Dogelon Mars, I was shouting that one out last year, and that was the one where my buddy did the 20K in a week. And it started at like 0.00, all these zeros and a 6, and it went from all those zeros from 6 to 250. So he just made, I don't even know how it was like a 50x on his money in a small amount of time. But I like these 3x coins because they're blue chip. And if you look at the graph on these things, they're literally like last month, Polkadot, the big layer one solution there or whatever, is just, it's right now on the 3x coin, it's at $1, and last month it was at $31. So if we even just start climbing up to whatever, that's a 31x. If we go back up to 55, 60K with Bitcoin, which determines the whole market basically, that 3x coin, whatever, $1, even if it goes to 10, that's a 10x. I got 5,000 in there maybe or whatever. That turns into 50,000. It's like, that's big money with a reliable coin, which was just on its like way higher than it is now. But we're hitting rock bottom, and we're bouncing on the bottom line of the EMAs, which are these support ribbons. And the Fed just came out today with another one of their talks talking about this consumer price index. So you got to pay attention to that. And I'm watching the dollar, what that's doing in the charts. The dollar went down a bunch because it's turning to crap right now. And when the dollar goes down, Bitcoin, equities, stocks, things like that, they go up. And it's patterns, it's W patterns, which are going to be likely to break out to the upside. And then there's usually a couple levels before they form an M pattern at the top, like a double top. And then things are probably going to come down. So it's technical analysis. It's watching channels like Traders Reality, I like watching Crypto. He's crazy with he's like a German dude that has a crazy accent. And I watch Crypto Face. This guy's going in on 5 million, $10 million short-term Bitcoin leverage trades and things like that. And he's making 300K in a couple hours. So I'm following people that are making
Insane.
stupid amounts of money and just binging content, whether I'm having dinner, it's like my phone is on, YouTube videos are playing in the background kind of thing. So
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's crazy, man.
We're
That's what it's
about as
about.
good as our inputs, huh?
Pretty much.
Dude, I got a quick question, dude. What's your take on this passive income from crypto, like staking? Like I've recently got into strong nodes as well, so I got a couple of those, and I'm looking to build that out. What's your take on that?
Well, right now, if you stake Anchor with Terra Luna, like that's yielding you like 20% right now per year. So that's really good. And a lot of other platforms will have, you know, like Celsius or BlockFi. I had a lot of my Bitcoin and Ethereum in BlockFi, but it's a centralized thing. Terra Luna is one of the most decentralized platforms out there that's just been exploding. I guess at the beginning of the year it was at like 80 cents and now it's at $80. So that's a quick 100x in, you know, a year or whatever, with a real, and it's in the top 10 right now. So that's a really solid coin. And if you stake the coin Anchor on their platform, you just YouTube how to do that, and you're making 20% per year. But the creator of Luna even says he's got a kill switch in case like the SEC or whatever crazy FBI wants to come and break in and tamper, mess with all their stuff. He's got a button to literally like just blow up and erase everything. And then the platform will work 1,000,000% decentralized where it can never be stopped kind of thing. So that's where the world's going right now. People are tired of being fed BS from the news, and that's what I did in college, broadcast news journalism. I mean, I learned how to edit videos there, but I didn't fall for any of the freaking mind control, I'll tell you that. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, stuff's crazy out there, and you can't believe what's on the surface level. And if you can at least understand that and you resonate with that, you'll probably win in Amazon FBA or crypto. You just got to put the time in.
100%.
Love it. Love it. Okay, my man, we're about to wrap, but what is Luke W most excited for right now? And kind of where does that lead you at the end of the year? Where do you see your business going?
Man, I'm really excited just to see what happens after this TV show number one. I mean, this whole year is going to be insanely eventful because all the traction I'm going to get for that. You get the blue check mark on Instagram. You get, I mean, people flock to you. Some of the other people from other seasons get over 100,000 followers. So being able to teach and show that many people this stuff and show that, you know, cheating on your girlfriend on TV is not a good idea. Like building a good reputation for yourself is like key. And I want to empower people, man, woman, whatever color they are. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm a skateboarder. We just get along with anybody and everybody kind of thing. And we don't care what anybody looks like. It's like, just have respect for other people. And when I can help them, teach them, that's exciting. So the show's going to allow me to do a lot of that. Crypto, you know, these 3x coins, if we even get up a little bit, I haven't broken $1 million banked yet, but that's a big goal this year. And I think I'm going to be able to do that based on getting out of college, having $6,000 to my name and borrowing 10K of my parents' money in a bank account that I lost. Like taking just from zero corporate work, 0 9 to 5. I had summer jobs, but that's just a milestone for me. And I don't take the time to celebrate what I've done that much. You know, I'm sure you guys sometimes feel like that too.
Yeah. Even our 100%. Work trips are a little bit of a grind. Even
yeah, but it's traveling, it's meeting people, it's putting down all these miles in the book, in the pavement, to like become someone that you wake up and you're like, how did I get here type of thing. And, you know, crypto, if it goes up, I'm going to make a bunch. If it goes down, I have opportunity to buy more. So it's going to go up in time. It's not going anywhere. Amazon, you know, helping a lot of people just get that first layer into entrepreneurship before they jump into crypto or whatever, unless they already have money to do that. You know, just building a business you have control over, that's going to be huge on the Amazon forefront. I updated my course recently as well. And, you know, that's kind of where we're at. We're going to be traveling more. My girl and I mean, we want to do Bali here in like May. We're going to be doing after LA in February when we go back to do the reunion for the show, where we're back on like TV doing the reunion thing or whatever. After that, we're going to go to Miami and hang out with some friends there. And that's where my girl and I stayed for 6 months last year. And just because we're financially free, like that's what you got to do. So you can go rent Airbnbs a month in a different place and just enjoy life. You know, that's what I want to do. As much as I want to grind extremely hard, I also want to just enjoy life and travel and eat good food and have good conversations. And yeah.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? You got to do that.
Yeah.
All right, my man. Luke W is doing shit right, man. It's all the way up from Mill Creek, Washington. But just, I know you've been on the grind for 5-6 years, and you know, a lot of what you've done has worked. So we're excited to keep watching you and keep supporting you. And I'm sure this won't be the last time we bring you into FBAU, but shoot over those links to your TV show and we'll plug it around as well. I'm excited to see you, my man.
Awesome. Mike, Ryan, thank you guys so much for having me here. Mike, I've just watched you come such a long way already. And from the first phone calls you had, like, Luke, is this a good idea here with this product, to you coming on my channel and doing a little interview with me all like over a year ago or whatever. Like, it's amazing to see you guys really putting in the work yourselves and all the help you're doing for other people's, like, that's the best feeling. You guys already know it. So yeah, thanks for having me,
bro. Thanks for coming
on, my brother.
Speak soon, my brother.
Man. Have a good one.
All right. Later team. We'll publish this live too in a second.
Hell yeah, let's get it. Thanks, guys.
cheers.